Hey, what's going on, guys? It has been entirely too long since I've made a video, and for that I apologize, but I got a whole bunch of stuff here to show you, so let's get into it. So I just stopped at this half-price books. I don't come here too often, just kind of a every once in a while type of thing. I don't tend to have the best luck here. Definitely not as much as Ty White. That dude kills it at half-price books. But I'm glad I stopped by here because I ended up walking out with 5 N64 games for a total of $14. So let me go ahead and show you what I got. Some of these are pretty common, but I just didn't have them. But the first one is going to be All-Star Baseball at 99. That one was $1. This one I know I have. I don't even know how to say it. Wale Country Club True Golf Classics. But it was only $1, so I figured $1 for an N64 game. Might as well go ahead and grab it. And then another one that I don't have, FIFA Road to World Cup 98, it looks like, and that one was $2. Shit, that was kind of loud. And two better looking games. The first one is War Gods, and that one was $3. And then the one I'm most excited about is South Park Rally for $6. Alright, so I'm here at Half Price Books. Whenever I was here earlier buying those N64 games, I overheard an employee talking to another employee about putting out some games. So I just figured that he was talking about like putting out new games that had just been traded in or something like that. So I knew that I wanted to come back. So I got over here. It's probably, I don't know, 3 hours after I got those N64 games. And so I came back by, I went in there. Unfortunately, didn't find any new games. I didn't want to walk out of there empty-handed, so I ended up finding a couple things that I wanted. The first thing I got here is this Sorry Aggravation and Scrabble Jr. on the Game Boy Advance. Complete in box, everything's in there, and that was $4. And then the next thing I got is a Virtua Tennis on the Dreamcast, and that was $3.50. So Dreamcast game I don't have. Apparently it's worth about $8, so can't really complain for $3.50, but this will go into the collection. And that's what I got there, but I will see you guys at the next one.
We've got 2 bins or 3?
2. Alright, I'm in my girlfriend's car, so I don't have my camera set up in here, so I'm just going to use my phone. But I did manage to find a couple of small things in there. This first thing is a copy of GTA Liberty City Stories on the PSP. It's kind of in rough shape. This plastic outer part is broken just a little bit right there, and the disc isn't in great shape. I don't know what's going to play, but it was only 50 cents, so I didn't want to leave it in there just for 50 cents. It's a good game. So, but the next thing I got is a copy of Miss Pac-Man for the original Game Boy for 79 cents. Awesome. Again, this one needs a little cleaning, but it should work fine. And then the last thing I found in there is something I will never wear, but it's still kind of neat. I found this Zelda sweatband for 49 cents as well. Yeah, I would never wear anything like this, but I don't know, maybe I'll hang it up on my shelf or something like that. But yeah, that's going to be it for in there. But I'll see you guys at the next one. Just a quick pickup in there. I found this Xbox 360 controller. It's not in the best shape, missing the battery pack, but I didn't want to leave it there for $4. So with a little bit of cleaning and some battery pack, it should be fine. But I'll see you at the next one.
I went to the eye doctor and I said, how much Indian blood you don't know? Tell me, I said, no. So I had my friend.
Alright, so Ty White just texted me about some Super Nintendo games at a Goodwill in our town, and the one that I'm interested in, he sent me a picture. I'm interested in the Power Rangers game because that's the game that I've been wanting for a while now, and it looks to be $6, so I'm on my way there now. Hopefully it's still there when I get there. Yeah, but we'll see. I was actually pulling into another Goodwill whenever I got that text, and I just never even got it on my truck, turned around, and now I'm heading back to the other side of town, so hopefully it's still there. We'll see. Hello. Can I check out some of your games?
Yeah, you might as well. I just had someone stand here and spend hours
I
looking
know.
him up on his phone.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he just left with a stack.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
He's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
I don't need to see all of them. I'll just let you know which one.
That's okay.
I just want to see this one right here.
The Tomb Raider,
One over.
Zapper,
There you go. And then this one, with the blueprint.
Super Mario,
There you go.
Galaxy.
And then I will look at all of the cartridge games down here.
Alrighty, yeah,
Wonderful.
that'll be it.
That's it.
Okie dokie.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Enjoy.
Thanks. I already have all of these. Have it. There she is. Don't think I have that. Don't know what it's worth.
Right there. Thank you.
So, I gave the lady all the games that I want, but as soon as I walked away from the counter, some guy walked up, saw those games, and asked if she had a regular Nintendo. So, it looks like I got here just in time. So, thanks, Jeff. Okay, so here are the games that I ended up leaving with. The first one is the game that I came here for, and that is the Power Rangers game. It ended up being $7. I think I said I thought that it was $6, but still for $7, I ain't complaining. This is a game I've been wanting for a while now, so I'm super happy to have it. I got this game on the Sega Genesis quite some time ago, and I was surprised to see it's actually a totally different game than it is on the Super Nintendo. The one on the Genesis is a fighting game. So awesome, can't wait to play that. The next one I got is Spy vs. Spy for the NES. It was $6. It's about retail for this game, but this is a game that I've been interested in playing, so I figured why not go ahead and pick it up. The next one is another game that was priced at about retail, and that is Zapper on the GameCube. It just looked interesting, so I went ahead and grabbed it. It was, how much? $4. And it is complete. And the next one is a game that I have been looking for a long ass time, and for whatever reason haven't come across it, or at least come across a decent copy of it, and that is Super Mario Galaxy, the first one on the Wii, and that was $4. I've found number 2 several times, but for some reason couldn't ever come across this one, so super stoked to finally have it. And it is also complete. But that is going to be it for this one, and I will see you guys at the next one. So I went ahead and picked up that PS2 memory card. It was only $1. I figured why not. I'm pretty sure I already had this one, probably even more than one of the red one. But I just still want to leave it there for $1. I guess you never can have too many of these. So yeah, just a quick little pickup.
This couple right here.
Alright, so I went in here the other day and I passed on this game. It was in there on the DVD shelf. And the reason I passed on it was because I thought that I already had it. And I went home and I looked at my shelf, and actually it's Spider-Man 2 that I already have. But I didn't rush back up here to get this one or anything, and now it's been a few days. And when I went in there this time, I saw it in the glass case. So I figured I might as well go ahead and grab it. It was $3, and now I have both Spider-Man games on the GameCube. Go ahead and open it and show you that it is complete. So, yeah. Alright, so I was just inside of a pawn shop, just stopped by here, saw it, so I pulled over real fast. They didn't have much of anything, but this was the one and only GameCube game they have. And really the only reason I got it is because it was only $1.99. It is complete. Let me show you. Driven. I've never actually heard of this game, so we'll see what it's like. But to my surprise, I went up there, and I guess the guy just didn't feel like ringing it up, and so he just told me $1. And so, $1 even. So I just gave him the 4 quarters that I had in my pocket, and I was out the door. So, yeah. So just another quick pawn shop stop. I didn't get any footage in there, but I did walk out with one game. Not a crazy deal, but actually my first Tengen game on the NES, believe it or not. I don't have any of these, and it's just RBI baseball. Paid $5 for it. Figured why not go ahead and add a Tengen game to the collection. So that's about what it's worth. So I guess like you could say I overpaid, but whatever, all good. If that's the case, if they are $3, I do see one that I would like. And that's gonna be this one right here.
Dr. Mario?
Yep. Cube. Go ahead and open it and show you that it is complete. So, yeah. Hey man, how's it going? I hear you. Can I have a look at this GameCube and the Genesis? Just whenever.
Yeah, well, we need to make sure.
I left this here. I'm gonna come back after I look at these.
I don't have a silver one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab both of these actually. Alright, what's up? We're here at the flea market. It is 5:30, way too early, and I'm tired as fuck. I didn't get any footage, but I just found this Genesis controller for $1. So, not bad.
How much for this?
Alright, just a couple of finds at the first flea market. First thing we got was a Genesis controller for $1, and Time Crisis 4 on the PS3 for $5. So that's it here, but we're going to one more. So some lady just pulled out in front of us, and we almost died. That'd have been bad. But anyways, I went in there and I found this game, Yoshi Touch and Go, on the DS. Opened it up, and it's got the wrong game. Actually, what's inside is Metroid Prime Hunters for the DS. And so I asked if she would give me this at a discount since the game in the case didn't match. And so she gave it to me for $4. So it's a $10 game, and then I got this case and manual for, yeah, well, included in that. So yeah, that's what I got in there. NES games.
I definitely left a stool on the floor. Whoops. Wait, no, it's not on the floor yet. It's on my cart.
Alright, I actually found some pretty cool stuff in there. First off, I got one NES game, and that is Tetris 2 with the dust sleeve and the manual for $5. That's about retail for this game, but it's a game that I'm going to play. I'm looking forward to playing it. And it has a manual, which is an added bonus. And then I got 3 Genesis games, both of the NBA Jam games for $4 each. I already have all 3 of these games actually, but these are going to be for a friend of mine. So $4 for each of these. They're both complete. And then $3 for Batman Forever, and it's also complete. Just a quick pickup in there. I grabbed this copy of Wii Sports Resort. I feel like this game used to be worth a little bit more than it is. It's sitting at about $15 complete right now. It is complete. The disc looks fine. It says $5.99 on here, but she actually only charged me $4, so that brought my total to $4.54. So not too bad. This is the second copy of this game I've picked up in the past couple of months. So yeah, just one thing in there. But I'll see you guys at the next one. Alright, so I actually ended up grabbing a few of those games in there, as you can see. So the first one I got is, these are all games that I just didn't have, and they're only $2 each, so I figured, why not go ahead and grab them, add them to the collection. First one is Madden 2001 on the N64. NFL Quarterback Club 2000. Oh, this one was $4. I didn't even realize that. Damn, thought that was $2. Whatever. NHL Breakaway 98 for $2. And then this is a game that I have, but I didn't want to pass on it for $4, and that's Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Next one, Tecmo Super Bowl on the Super Nintendo. I have the Nintendo one, not this one, and $7 isn't the best deal. It's like a $9 or $10 game maybe, but I just wanted to get this to play it. And then a couple of NES games I did not have. Super Team games for $4, and then Track and Field 2 also for $4, and that one comes with a manual, so yeah. I got all of that for a little under $30, so that's what I got in there. Can I see a few of these?
What's that?
This one, this little one right here, and then this disc game, and then this black one right here.
Scarface?
Yes, ma'am. And then the blue case one.
This one.
Yep. Thank you so much. Alright, I think this is going to be the last pickup for this video, but I'll go ahead and show you what I got here. As you can see, I got this Scarface game on the PS2. It was $2.99. I think it's worth about $15 complete. Unfortunately, this copy does not have the manual, but the disc is in decent shape, so that one will get added to the collection. And then I got a Game Boy Advance game I've been kind of looking for, and that is the first Super Mario Advance. This is the port of Super Mario 2, the American version, to the Game Boy Advance. And this, for me, makes 3 out of the 4 Super Mario Advance games. The last one I'm missing is, I think it's number 4, which is the port of Super Mario 3, which is actually probably my favorite Mario game, and I've been looking for that one for a while. The Game Boy Advance one, not the NES version. But, so if anybody has that, wants to get rid of it, hit me up. But I'll see you in the game room. Sorry, I did forget to mention that I paid $5.99 for this Game Boy Advance game, and my total came to $9.70 for both games. Alright, the first thing I'm going to show you is Actually, not in the video at all. It's a gift from a friend for my birthday. He totally surprised me with this. He mentioned that he had this game a long time ago. We had a conversation about it, but I was really happy to get this one because I didn't have it in the collection, and that game is Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the N64. So, thanks, Ford. The first find I'm going to show you is some stuff I found at Half Price Books. Right here I have 5 N64 games, so let's go ahead and go. Most of these are common, but they were pretty cheap and I didn't have them. So the first one, All-Star Baseball 99 for $1. Next one, Wale Country Club for $1. I actually already had this, but it was $1, so I figured why not pick it up and give it away or whatever. Next one, FIFA 98 for $2. Next one is War Gods for $3. And the better game out of this bunch is South Park Rally for $6. And then later on that same day, I actually went back to Half Price Books and picked up this Virtua Tennis on the Dreamcast, and that was $3.50. Also, along with that Dreamcast game, I almost forgot, I got this Complete in Box Sorry Aggravation and Scrabble Jr. on the Game Boy Advance, and that was $4. And then I think maybe the next day I actually went back to Half Price Books. I think I got some footage of this. I didn't get any like in-car footage, but another common game that I didn't have, and that is Mia Hamm Soccer on the N64 for $2. Alright, the next find was a Goodwill find, just a quick Goodwill pickup. I got 3 things here. The first one is a copy of GTA Liberty City Stories on the PSP loose. That was only 49 cents. It's kind of cracked. It's not cracked, but the round part is kind of detached from the outside part, but I think it should still play. The disc looks okay, but I didn't want to pass up on a great game for 50 cents. And then also I picked up Miss Pac-Man on the original Game Boy for 79 cents. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but for 49 cents rather, I found this Zelda sweatband. Definitely won't be wearing that, but I don't know. It was Zelda and it was 50 cents, so I figured why not go ahead and grab it. I went back to Goodwill, I think it was the very next day, and got one more thing, another quick pickup for very little money, and that is this PS2 memory card, and that was $1. So twice during the beginning of this video, I went to a Goodwill that I don't go to a whole lot anymore. I used to go to it all the time, but I just continued to not find anything there, and it's not exactly a close one to my house, so I usually only go to it whenever I'm in that area. But I found myself over there 2 times and picked up one item each time, and they're both controllers actually. The first time I found this Xbox 360 controller for $3.99. It's missing the battery pack and it's a little bit dirty, but I can clean it up pretty easy. Find a battery pack, and then I have a spare 360 controller. And then the next trip I found a regular black PS2 controller also for $3.99, and that's just because I was actually out of black ones. I had sold them all, so I wanted to at least have one black one on hand, so that was $4 as well. This next find I owe also Ty White. He texted me as I was pulling into the parking lot of one of our Goodwills about some games that were at another Goodwill, and he sent me a few pics, and I was immediately interested, and so I didn't even go inside the Goodwill that I was actually at. I immediately drove to the one he told me of, and picked up some games. So the first one I got is Zapper on the GameCube, and that was $4. Just GameCube game that I didn't have, and it is complete. The next one is a game that I've been looking for a very long time and had, for whatever reason, never been able to find it. That is Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii, and that one was $4 as well, and it's complete. I've found Super Mario Galaxy 2 a few times, but was never able to find the first one, so now I am happy to add it to the collection. Next one is a NES game, just another game I didn't have, and that is Spy vs. Spy. This one was $6. And then the game that I was mostly interested in, and the main reason I went over there, and that is the Power Rangers game on the Super Nintendo, and that was $7. The next one is just another quick Goodwill find. I went to Goodwill previous to finding this and saw this game. I'll go ahead and show you. It's the first Spider-Man game on the GameCube. Went in there and saw it, looked at my list that I keep, and it said that I already had it. And so I came home just to make sure, looked at my games, and it was actually Spider-Man 2 that I have. So I didn't rush back over there or anything to get this, but it was a couple of days later actually I popped back in that Goodwill and saw that it was still there. So I figured I might as well go ahead and buy it. So now I have both Spider-Man games on the GameCube, and this was $3, and it is complete. Next up is a couple of pawn shop pickups. 2 different pawn shops actually. The first one is a GameCube game. It was the only GameCube game they actually had in this pawn shop, and it is Driven. And the only reason I got it is because it was marked 99 cents. To my surprise, I brought it up to the counter, and the guy looked at it and he said, "Just give me $1, dollar even, no tax." And so I just gave him. I had 4 quarters in my pocket and just gave him that, and I was out of there. And then, as soon as I left there, went down the street to another pawn shop and grabbed 1 game from there as well, and that is RBI Baseball, the Tengen version on the NES. And this, like I said before, is actually my first Tengen game. That was $5. That's about what it's worth, but I wanted to leave out of there with something, so that's what I got. And next up is actually another pawn shop pickup a few days later. The footage I have of this stuff in the car somehow got messed up, and I only got like half the video, so sorry about that, but I'll go ahead and show you everything I got right here. I got 3 Game Boy games, 2 original Game Boy and 1 Game Boy Advance. First one is going to be the Tiny Toon game, Montana's Movie Madness, on the original Game Boy. Next up, Pac-Man on the Game Boy, which is kind of cool because I found Mrs. Pac-Man, you know, earlier. So I got Mrs. Pac-Man and Pac-Man on the Game Boy in the same video. Awesome. And then definitely my favorite one out of the bunch, it is Dr. Mario on the Game Boy Advance. I think he charged me 3 apiece for these. I'm so sorry, I don't even remember. I said it in the video. It was either 3 or 5. I think it was 3, so I'm gonna go with that. Alright, once again, Ty White to the rescue. Once again, Jeff sent me a picture of something at a Goodwill, just to see if I might be interested, something that he didn't really want. And thought about it for a while actually, whether it'd be worth it or not, but I ended up just going over there and getting it, and I'm glad I did because I got more than I intended to get. The first thing I got, and this is what he showed me in the picture, is a silver GameCube. It came with 2 controllers and all the cables, and inside the GameCube is a copy of Pikmin, and that was $30. I already have Pikmin complete, so I'll probably get rid of that and make some of my money back. But what I didn't know about when I showed up is it was actually a Genesis console. Came with it was a Genesis Model 2. Came with both cables, 1 controller for, I believe it was $20. My friend Alec has been looking for a Genesis for quite a while now, so I went ahead and grabbed that and hooked him up, so that's why I don't have that here. But yeah, that's what I got there, so thanks again, Jeff. Appreciate it, man. Okay, so the flea market this past weekend was pretty much a bust. I went to 2 different flea markets. I only found stuff at one of them. The second one didn't find anything, which is why you didn't see any footage from it. But go ahead and show you what I got. The first thing I got there was this Genesis controller for $1. And I think I'm going to give this to Alec because the Genesis controller with the system I got him actually had the back button didn't work. So I'm going to hook him up with this one. And then also at the same flea market, I was actually pretty surprised to see how much this game was worth. I think it was like $37, something like that. And that is Time Crisis 4 on the PS3. And it is complete. I paid $5 for this. Left those 2 flea markets, went to a Goodwill right after we almost got in an insane car accident. It scared the shit out of me. But anyways, went to Goodwill, walked in there, saw this for $5, opened it up, and inside was the wrong game. It is actually Metroid Prime Hunters. I'm not sure how well you can see that. But talked to the lady if she could possibly give me a discount on this because it was the wrong game. And she gave it to me for $4 instead of $5, so figured why not. Hopefully I can find the Yoshi game to put in this case, and I got Metroid Prime Hunters too. And then upon leaving there, went back to Half Price Books. I should have just stuck to my area that day, honestly. Going out to the flea market was kind of a waste of time, but glad I did. Found an NES game that I've been wanting. Nothing crazy, but it is Tetris 2 on the NES for $5. Again, not a crazy deal, but this is a game I'm going to play. And then I found 3 Genesis games. 2 of these I already have. Found both of the NBA Jam games for $4 each, and they are both complete. There's a Tournament Edition, and then the regular NBA Jam game. I'm a huge fan of the NBA Jam games. If you've never played these, I play them on the Super Nintendo normally, but if you've never played these games, give it a shot. Get a friend, have a few beers, play this, and you won't be disappointed. I'm positive. And next game is Batman Forever on the Genesis as well, obviously, and that was $3. And it is also complete with what looks like a poster in there, so that is pretty cool. So after leaving work the other day, I decided to hit up a few places. Went to a Goodwill first and found this copy of Wii Sports Resort. Like, it seems like I keep finding this game. And I think I mentioned before, I think it used to be worth a little bit more than it is now. I think it's at about 16 or 17 bucks or something like that. It says $5.99 on here, but she only charged me $4. So that one is complete, and I guess I'll just attempt to sell this. I don't know what I'm going to get for it, but we'll see. And then after leaving there, went to a different half-price books, one that I don't go to too often, but I'm glad I did because I picked up some common stuff that I needed. So let's get into it. First thing I have here, and I thought this was $2. I probably wouldn't have paid $4 for it, but it's NFL Quarterback Club 2000 for $4. Got Madden 2001 for $2. NHL Breakaway 98 for $2. And then a game I already had is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for $4. I just didn't want to pass up. This is a good game. $4. I'll probably hook up a friend of mine. And then on the Super Nintendo, I got Tecmo Super Bowl for $7. And again, not a crazy deal, but this is a game I wanted to play. Very much enjoy the Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES, and I hope this one is just as good, but probably not. And then a couple of NES games I didn't have. First one is Super Team Games for $4. And then Track and Field 2 for also $4, and that came with the manual and the dust sleeve. So yeah, for the last two finds, this is the stuff I actually found today, and I'm actually pretty excited about this. Got two things. First, I got Scarface The World Is Yours on the PS2. That was $3. Not complete, unfortunately. No manual, but it's worth a little bit more than that, so I figured why not grab it and add it to the collection. And the game that I'm excited about, I managed to snag the first Super Mario Advance on the Game Boy Advance for $6. It's only worth a little bit more than that, but I'm trying to get all the Mario games on the Game Boy Advance. This is the third Mario Advance game that I found. I still need one more, like I said earlier, and that is the port of Mario 3. I think it's called Super Mario Advance 4, if I'm not mistaken. So I mentioned it before. If anybody has that, hit me up. But yeah, this one is actually the port of Mario 2, the American version, to the Game Boy Advance. So pretty cool. But that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.